She told me, "I'ma see you, and I love you." And that's the last time I saw my daughter.
Cheryl was just outspoken. Once she got enough, she gonna say how she feel. I don't even know how to describe how she was growing up. She put the key in the mailbox, packed up all clothes, and left. It wasn't like her for all those days to not even message us, nothing. Friday came, I got up, and the whole day, everybody felt off all day. He told me, he was like, "I don't want to disarm you, I don't want you to be worried, but we found a body." And I'm just reading the description of how they found it, and then when I read light-skinned female and then the body weight, and I'm like, wow, that sounds so much like her, like Cheryl. My mom was like, "So what's the results?"
The minute he put his head down and said, "I'm sorry, but it was 100% match and confirmation that it's your sister."
Throughout the world, people don't know what their kids are doing. They don't pay attention, but they need to start paying attention.
A fisherman on the Wichita River had reportedly found a human torso floating in the water.
New Iberia, Louisiana, mourns the loss of a young woman, Cheryl M. Turner, whose life was abruptly cut short at the age of 19. The details surrounding her disappearance and death paint a chilling picture, highlighting the dangers of online interactions and the devastating impact on those who loved her. Cheryl's last moments with her family unfolded on New Year's Eve, December 31, 2023. According to a press release issued by the Catahoula Parish Sheriff's Department on April 24th, she informed them of her plans to visit Anthony Holland Jr., a 29-year-old man she had developed a romantic connection with online through text messages. This seemingly innocent online relationship would become the catalyst for a tragedy. Authorities from both the West Monroe Police Department and the Catahoula Parish Sheriff's Office collaborated to piece together the events that followed. Phone records revealed a troubling detail. Cheryl's phone activity, initially linked to Wi-Fi near Holland Jr.'s device, ceased abruptly on the night of January 2nd. This sudden silence sparked a desperate search for Cheryl, a search fueled by a growing sense of dread. Cheryl's twin sister, Sherry, took the initiative, launching a GoFundMe campaign on January 3rd. Every passing day without news intensified the family's anguish. With a heavy heart, they began to grasp the terrifying possibility that their beloved Cheryl might not be coming home. Nearly 3 weeks after her disappearance, a glimmer of hope turned into a nightmare. On January 24th, the Catahoula Parish Sheriff's Office received a report of a body discovered in the Washita River. The West Monroe Police Department confirmed the deputies' horrifying discovery: a torso, devoid of a head and limbs. An autopsy confirmed the worst. It was a homicide. The identification process was agonizing, but thanks to a DNA sample provided by Sherry,
Cheryl was just outspoken. Once she got enough, she gonna say how she feel. I don't even know how to describe how she was growing up. She put the key in the mailbox, packed up all clothes, and left. It wasn't like her for all those days to not even message us, nothing. Friday came, I got up, and the whole day, everybody felt off all day. He told me, he was like, my mom was like, "So what's the results?"
The minute he put his head down and said, "I'm sorry, but it was 100% match and confirmation that it's your sister."
He told me, he was like, "I don't want to disarm you, I don't want you to be worried, but we found a body." And I'm just reading the description of how they found it, and then when I read light-skinned female and then the body weight, and I'm like, wow, that sounds so much like her, like Cheryl.
authorities were able to confirm the remains belonged to Cheryl on February 23rd. This confirmation shattered any remaining hope the family clung to. The investigation shifted gears, with the focus now on finding Cheryl's killer. Through a combination of forensic evidence and surveillance, authorities pinpointed Holland Jr. as a suspect. On April 23rd, the West Monroe Police Department executed a search warrant at his residence. The grim picture unfolding inside his home provided the missing pieces of the puzzle. Evidence of a violent crime confirmed the investigators' suspicions. The most devastating revelation, however, came from Holland Jr. himself. During questioning, he confessed to killing Cheryl in his home. In a further display of cold-blooded brutality, he admitted to dismembering her body before disposing of the remains in a waterway that ultimately led to the Washita River. Justice, although a meager consolation, began to take its course. Holland Jr. was arrested and booked into the Washita Correctional Center on a charge of second-degree murder. His peaceful apprehension stood in stark contrast to the horrific violence he inflicted on Cheryl. Cheryl's obituary painted a portrait of a vibrant young woman who left an indelible mark on everyone who knew her. Described as possessing a radiant personality, a kind heart, and a smile that could light up a room, her absence leaves a gaping hole in the lives of those who loved her. This tragedy serves as a stark reminder of the dangers lurking in online interactions. As we navigate the digital world, it's crucial to exercise caution and maintain a healthy level of skepticism. Cheryl's story also underscores the importance of cherishing our loved ones and living each day to the fullest. Her light may have been extinguished, but her memory, a testament to her kindness and warmth, will forever shine in the hearts of those who knew her. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today, we unveil the tragic tale that has shaken New Iberia, Louisiana. In the heart of this close-knit community, 19-year-old Cheryl M. Turner's vibrant life was cruelly snatched away, leaving a void that can never be filled. Cheryl is described as being vibrant and kind-hearted by her twin sister and those who knew her. Cheryl's gentle nature is highlighted in her obituary, indicating that she approached interactions with kindness and compassion. The outpouring of love and support for Cheryl following her tragic death suggests that she was beloved by many. The circumstances surrounding her disappearance and untimely demise serve as a stark reminder of the dangers lurking behind the screen of online interactions. Join us as we unravel the chilling events that led to Cheryl's tragic fate. Her final moments, shared with her family on New Year's Eve, set into motion a series of harrowing events. Upon realizing that Cheryl's phone activity had abruptly ceased and her whereabouts were unknown, her family's immediate concern was for her safety and well-being. Recognizing the seriousness of Cheryl's disappearance, her family worked closely with law enforcement agencies and authorities, providing any information or assistance necessary to aid in the investigation. As days turned into weeks without any sign of Cheryl, her family's anguish deepened, fueling their determination to uncover the truth behind her disappearance. They tirelessly sought answers, exploring every avenue of investigation to piece together the events leading up to her vanishing. In their relentless pursuit of justice for Cheryl, her family utilized various channels to raise awareness about her disappearance, including social media platforms and community outreach initiatives. Their unwavering faith and resilience served as a source of strength during the darkest moments of uncertainty. Cheryl's initial contact with Anthony Holland Jr., whom she met online, would soon turn into a chilling ordeal that haunts us to this day. Upon receiving the report of Cheryl's disappearance, the West Monroe Police Department and the Catahoula Parish Sheriff's Office initiated a comprehensive search operation. Teams of officers scoured the areas relevant to Cheryl's last known whereabouts, meticulously combing through neighborhoods, wooded areas, and waterways in search of any clues or evidence that could shed light on her disappearance. In tandem with the search efforts, forensic experts meticulously analyzed phone records, digital communications, and other electronic data associated with Cheryl and her suspected contacts, including Anthony Holland Jr. Law enforcement conducted rigorous interrogations to extract information, recognizing the complexity of the case. As investigators from both the West Monroe Police Department and the Catahoula Parish Sheriff's Office meticulously pieced together the events leading up to Cheryl's disappearance, a disturbing pattern emerged. It became evident that her interactions with Holland Jr. had taken a dark turn, plunging her into a nightmare from which she could not escape. The unsettling revelation that Cheryl's phone activity abruptly ceased near Holland Jr.'s residence on that fateful night sent shockwaves through the investigative team. It was a chilling indication that her encounter with Holland Jr. had led her into grave danger, leaving us with a profound sense of foreboding and dread. Nearly 3 weeks after her disappearance, on January 24th, a grim discovery was made in the Washita River, sending shockwaves through the community and intensifying the search for Cheryl M. Turner. A report received by the Catahoula Parish Sheriff's Office led authorities to the river, where a body was found floating in the murky waters. As deputies approached, they were met with a haunting sight. Only a torso remained, severed from its head and extremities. The grisly nature of the discovery immediately raised suspicions of foul play, prompting law enforcement to swiftly secure the area and launch a full-scale investigation. The body, identified solely by its torso, underwent careful examination by forensic experts to determine the cause and manner of death. Despite the absence of key identifying features, such as the head and extremities, meticulous forensic analysis was conducted to gather any available evidence that could provide crucial insights into Cheryl's tragic fate. The discovery of Cheryl's body in the river marked a heartbreaking turn in the search for answers, casting a somber shadow over the community and leaving her loved ones grappling with unimaginable grief. As investigators worked tirelessly to unravel the circumstances surrounding her death, the haunting question lingered. What led to Cheryl's untimely demise, and who was responsible for robbing her of her precious life? As the investigation progressed, Anthony Holland Jr. emerged as a prime suspect in Cheryl's case. Law enforcement successfully apprehended Holland Jr., charging him with offenses tied to Cheryl's tragic disappearance and demise. The chilling realization of how swiftly and mercilessly Cheryl's life had been engulfed by darkness serves as a sobering reminder of the dangers lurking behind the screen of online interactions. It is a stark warning that even the most innocuous virtual connections can lead to unimaginable horrors.